because I pulled that run cold. Alright, alright, guess we're on. Alright, what is up, everybody? Alright, I'm Amps, and this is Moo Moo. He's gonna be commentating with me, and we're gonna be here for a while. We're gonna be doing a bunch of Shovel Knight categories. So we're gonna start with Custom Knight 80%, which I'm doing on Switch here. So I can just give a countdown real quick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so Custom Knight is unlocked by getting the Shovel Knight amiibo, and you're able to use it on any of the Nintendo platforms, so like Switch, 3DS, Wii U. Those are the only 3 platforms it's on currently. So
You should do it. It's really worth it.
oh yeah, amiibo's like 20 bucks, something like that.
So you just use the Infinite Dagger, which is actually not going to be like a dominant strategy. It's just going to be in a couple rooms, because it's got a bit of a starting animation to it. But you can see he's already doing all kinds of crazy things. If you're familiar with Shovel Knight, he actually has access to a lot of abilities. That's the glory of Custom Knight. He gets to customize what the Shovel Knight player gets to actually do.
Yeah, so there's like a bunch of really crazy and stupid relics you get, like you get all of Shovel Knight's relics for sure, and then you get some of Plague's actually, like what I just used back there, the Fleet Flask. You can just like basically ram through blocks. And then up here we're going to be doing one of the only glitches in this category, which is Bubble Wrap, and luckily it's pretty free in this category.
Yeah, the movement that he's using right now is a combination of Shovel Knight's and Plague Knight's tool. He has the ability to burst, just like Plague Knight, and a double jump, but it's keeping all the momentum, and because he has Shovel Knight's shovel, he can also pogo and bounce off of everything, which is refreshing his air options. So I can hear him fighting Black Knight right now, and it's a pretty easy fight. You just gotta keep him juggled into the corner. Or her, because it looks like you've got the swap mode enabled.
Yeah, I did body swap. I actually completely forgot about that, yeah.
Body swap is a neat little feature. You get to change the gender and pronouns of all the cast, the main characters anyway.
Alright, so in Custom Knight you actually don't get to buy any upgrades or like relics or anything from the village or like the armor outpost. So basically that means there's no incentive for us to go to like certain stages in different order. So we're just gonna be hitting all the stages like for the least amount of map movement. So we're just gonna be heading straight to Primordial Keep.
Reminder that coming up after this run, he's going to be doing an incentive run. It's going to be one of the 4 main Spectre categories of any percent, low percent, new game plus, or 100%. So I figured I'd just throw it in there right now. The low percent is winning, and as much suffering as that is, the other categories also deserve a shout out. So 100% and new game plus are super cool. And who doesn't want to see all the crazy stuff that makes any percent so special?
Alright, Moo Moo was nice about it. I'm gonna be real about it. I said earlier I'm ready to throw hands at whoever donated for low percent, and I will restate it here. I am once again still ready to throw hands.
So, Pridemore, as far as movement goes, the stage is pretty straightforward. Lots of low ceilings. These are the things that would give Plague Knight trouble, honestly, is trying to use the burst movement, which is really, really fast. It's the fastest way of getting around, really, but without bonking into stuff or being forced to walk.
So yeah, and like, the main rule of thumb is if it's too hard to burst, then you usually just Infinite Dagger it. And like, you wait out these...
Or Fleet Flask in some cases, right?
I mean, here, not really. Fleet Flask is pretty niche. Like Plains, you use it to just get out of the dirt blocks, but here, it hasn't had any use. Like, Plague New Game Plus, I think it does, but...
Right, I guess I should consider that the Infinite Dagger is probably a relic he's going to be hovering around item swap-wise, because he actually has, like, how many is it? Like 20 relics you cycle through?
21, I believe, actually. I believe the grid's like a 7x3. It's pretty nuts.
So he does have to make sure he picks and chooses his relics without losing time. And there goes Queen Knight.
Oh, yo, Mancho, what is up, dude?
The bunch of Koopas.
Alright, so Lich Yard, some of them, I mean, I don't know if it's annoying per se, but I like it because, like, most of the ceilings are pretty open, so, like, actually we're going to be going out of bounds for the second to last screen of the game before Spectre Knight. Like, we'll just go so high you can't even see me. So, like, Custom Night is actually just the exact same as Shovel's campaign, just with no changes. So, like, Custom Night wasn't, like, Shovel Knight's campaign wasn't designed with Custom Night in mind, is the easiest way to say it. So, you can just kind of go pretty nuts about it.
Yeah, if you ever played through Plague Knight and managed to get past the first couple screens, you'll realize that Shovel Knight having all these tools as Custom Knight makes it a little broken.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
You're kind of scaring me with some of these.
A little bit. Oof. Should have de-rusted a little more, but... And I died. I mean, it's like 10-second stops.
Yeah, I'm hoping that you made it.
Oh, I made it. Yeah, I died in the room with the checkpoint.
Okay, I was gonna say, like...
Yeah.
Nice death.
I overestimated my burst. I overestimated my burst. Alright, so in this next room here, we're gonna actually be going out of bounds real quick. Alright. Bounce on the checkpoint, jump, burst into the transition. There we go. It was a little low, so you can actually still see me, which is dumb. Alright, and this is Spectre Knight. So his kill in normal Shovel 90% has RNG, but hopefully if I don't mess up, I'm gonna not have any RNG. We'll see.
Yeah, normally you would have to deal with Spectre either appearing on the left or right side of the screen. Obviously you want him to appear closer to you. Or
nope.
her, in this case.
Mess up the kill. Eh.
Having all of the relics at the start of the game does mean that he has access to essentially New Game Plus skills, but it'll be a lot more difficult for him to manage these skills since he can't quick swap the relics.
Yeah, that's probably one thing I should have mentioned about platforms. So like actual straight gameplay wise, there's no difference between the platforms, but Wii U and 3DS are actually better to play with because they have extra touchscreens, so you're able to actually use the gamepad to swap between relics real quick. On Switch is the only platform where I have to actually straight paddle with ZL and ZR. Alright, and this is the first dream sequence. So normally in Shovel 90% you'd have 4 hearts, so you could kill yourself real quick to end the dream, but since we're on 10, Shovel's iframes take too long, so the only way we can really speed this up is just by trying to catch Shield Knight like the second she pops on screen.
Time to make a lot of money.
I mean, you get rich, but like, can't even. Well, I mean, you technically could use it. You could go buy stuff. It's just you can't use it. That was a really bad catch because I was messing around, but it's all good.
When you play as Custom Knight, as you said before, you don't actually get to use any of the upgrades you buy. However, if you stop playing with an amiibo, the file does keep track of the things that you've bought and the health that you've upgraded, etc. So it will remember it. You just can't use it as you're using Custom Knight.
Alright, and this is the Exploratorium. There isn't much to it. Global, we're going to be basically trying to do the beginning of the stage based on global cycles. It just kind of dictates how fast you can go. Mainly with these pots later on. I mean, luckily they're not too much of a problem here, just because we can go over the pots if need be. Because I already think I missed the cycle, so...
Something to note about bursting is that you actually are temporarily invincible in the instant that you're bursting, so you can use the burst to immune your way through some attacks and enemy hitboxes.
Ooh, a little low, yeah. Ugh.
I'm really surprised Taiwan doesn't run this. Like, he loves fast. This is literally everything great about both characters.
I saw Taiwan a while ago, like in that Smash and Splash in Wisconsin Dells. I didn't talk to him though, because I don't think he knows me. I mean, he seemed cool.
He's a nice guy. Jimmy's cool.
I mean, he probably wouldn't do this because doesn't he play on keyboard?
You know, that actually would be a very good reason for him not to be particularly excited about running this, is that he runs on PC.
Yeah.
You almost got slapped by that shovel crom.
Almost. Okay. This is a little rough. I'm kind of low on health for Plague, but this should be okay.
You didn't even get the... Why didn't you get the checkpoint?
Oh, I didn't get that. Oh my god, I didn't get that. Oh my god. Now you're stressing me out about it.
No. Guys.
Please, die.
You just gotta be not bad.
You know, you say it like it's easy.
Oh, but it's not.
It's hard to be good at this video game. This video game's dumb. Oh, I mean, if it still says Crash Bandicoot, I mean, I can't do anything about it. I mean, it sucks. It's not really that big of a deal.
Crash looks a little different. He is slightly more blue today.
I don't know. It looks the same to me. I don't see a big deal here.
He is spinning. He is spinning, that's for sure. There's no real rhyme or reason to the levels that we're choosing. You just go left to right for fastest math movement, more or less. Oh man, you actually got the screen transition burst there.
I mean, it kind of was a little rough.
It's more relevant for Plague Knight, but it's neat to see you even going for that.
I just saw Flad do it one time on stream, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I was like, it's got to work for Shovel's campaign, right?
So Iron Whale is underwater stage. It's gonna be a lot of floaty falling down. You're still very sturdy as far as like how much you slide around. So it's honestly not garbage controls. You're a little close to the spikes there.
Okay. The water's kind of annoying in some spots because you fall slower. So like right here, trying to get to the treasure chest takes a while. But it actually helps out for the treasure fight in this campaign. Like the water physics usually don't matter for treasure, but here they kind of do. You can burst into the screen transition to fight treasure, and then if you end up, the water mechanics slow down your fall, so you actually go even closer to treasure. You can actually save some time there.
So let's talk about that weapon you have equipped right now, the Flario. How much mana does it cost to use?
Flare to 1 costs 12 mana to use each time and delivers 3 hits immediately. So it's kind of more of how you want to do your damage. Do you want, you know, throw out 3 Flare 1 shots or just one big cluster of Flare to? We use it because, like, mana isn't really a super huge deal in this campaign. And plus, it's really good DPS.
Yeah, there's like some slight differences between the way Plague would use similar effects and do his damage. It basically will not really offer you a lot of time to use the flare and then try and do some shovel swings, but it's more about the fact that it's right there all in one spot. You don't have to spam it or anything. Just well placed and it's good to go. If the enemy's far away, you obviously can't use it effectively.
There we go. So burst in the screen transition, so that way you were like halfway across the boss arena, right when you start the fight.
Oh, you got that.
Come on, come down, buddy. Thank you. Okay, so you see I had an opportunity to kill treasure like right when he was on the ceiling, which you think would be quicker, but because of the slower water mechanics, you actually have to wait for treasure to hit the ground before the fanfare starts to end the stage. So it actually saves time to just wait it out and have him come down before you kill him. Alright. And this is, well, this is Lost City. I would say it's one of the scarier night stages for sure. Mainly just because of the beginning. And, well, Beetle 2 is scary too. Actually, I take that back. I'm gonna be mashing for my life right at the beginning of Beetle 1.
Yeah, unlike Plague Knight, Shovel Knight does not have some type of he doesn't have the bomb throw, so he can't really like use it to slow his falling, which is something that Plague Knight does. Instead, he's going to have to like. This is so awkward looking. God help me, it's terrifying.
Rising Dagger, dude. Yeah, that's all you got. I mean, you could.
Oh my god.
Because Phase Lock uses too much magic, so it's not worth it usually. Because isn't that what Shovel Hundo uses for Beetle 1? Is
Yeah. And it would be much slower.
Alright, so normally you could just Infinite Dagger through this room, but I kind of want to grab this checkpoint because this next part's a little scary. Also, there's no ceiling here, so you can just kind of stand on top of it real quick. Alright, and this is Beetle 2. Hopefully I don't get super close to the death plane, which does happen.
Oh boy, I'm excited.
It's not the closest I've been. Okay, that was alright. Okay, this is Mole Knight.
Kind of uncomfortably close.
Oh, I've been far closer. That was a bad mole kill. You can kill Mole just a little faster. I think you can kill him when he's on his final dive, sliding forward. But I think I ended up taking a... No, I missed a couple slashes actually on the first couple dives. Alright, and this is the second dream. So, once again, not much to do. Let's see. What weapon do I want to mess around with? Ooh, let's do fishing rod. I'm gonna have some fun with it.
It's too bad you don't have unlimited enhanced chaos orbs.
I mean,
there's a swag with the chaos orbs in the stream sequence. You can just bounce them infinitely across the two gold armors.
Well, actually, I can't throw out unlimited. Never mind. That was a pretty mediocre catch. Alright. And we're done with World 2. So this is the final 3 night stages. The first 2 we're going to are pretty okay, but the last one we're going to go into is the last night stage is not particularly fun. Alright, and so we start off with Shredded Chip. This is like the only stage with like ice mechanics. So these platforms, like we're starting off with, are pretty slidey. But luckily we're gonna be in the air half the stage, so it's all good.
Oh wow, perfect height.
I don't know what that was. Oof. Alright.
Uh-oh.
Please, please, please. Thank you. Come on, man. Alright, we're good. Alright, so in normal, like, shovel 80%, you have to hit these, I don't even know what they're called. These statues. I don't...
The Bifrost barf ships.
Oh. But those are dumb. They're slow, so you just kind of go in the air and ignore them. Is that like what they're officially called, though?
No, it is with all the runners.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Oh, I just realized we actually didn't even go over 420 fish.
Oh my god! Watching you go the under route there was kind of terrifying. That's the spot that Tolu's famous like scream is from.
Oh,
one of them anyway.
You talking about the long cackle?
Where he goes.
Yeah. It's okay, I'm fine.
God bless Tolu.
I think it was your race with him where he did that super long cackle when he died like in Clockwork or something.
Oh my god, nice VAT skip.
I was a couple pixels from the screen transition.
So the VAT skip was basically when he used the Infinite Dagger to get across the screen, and then
Whoa,
the Rising Dagger.
I've never seen that before. Polar did 2 dives right in a row. Because I did so much damage.
Yeah, if you don't finish Polar off before that lowest health point, Polar will dive twice.
Whoa. I've never seen it right in a row, jeez.
It's kind of irritating because some of the categories that fight Polar like that, like Plague and Shovel can get it for New Game Plus. Plague would be a little more difficult to do that before the first launch.
Alright, this is Clockwork Tower. The stage is dumb. The stage isn't fun. So most of it's pretty closed off, but I think this is one of the longer stages because it has one forced auto-scroller and one not kind of forced, but not really auto-scroller. We're gonna be skipping it, I guess is what I should be saying.
Yeah, one that locks the screen and one that
There
does
you go.
not. Because the first one does not lock the screen, we're just going to be gliding across. It's funny seeing you use the regular dagger at points.
Oh, where did I use it? I forgot where oh, I used it there. Yeah, just because you're, like, daggering over such a... Oh, God. Okay, we're good. You're just daggering over such a small distance that the startup of Infinite Dagger just isn't worth it. Alright, and this... first auto-scroller we're skipping. You can just kind of deboost your way through it. I mean, cut... okay. Guess we're gonna try... I didn't grab that checkpoint. Oh my god. We're going back to the beginning.
Yeah, you
No,
did.
no, I didn't. We're going back to the beginning.
Oh, you died. No, the spoilers. Yeah, I've been watching you and I was just like, oh, okay, cool. He didn't die there. He totally missed the checkpoint.
I've never overshot that chompy before. That's what I was so surprised about.
Well, he was trying to damage boost off the ferry there, so he could land safely on the spikes. That was the quote-unquote auto-scroller.
Okay. There. Alright, we got the checkpoint now.
Again.
Alright, I'm just gonna phase lock it. It's slower, but I'm also not gonna... Whoa. Okay.
Dang, what a rude Duck Knight.
Yeah, I mean, then again, I just kind of wung that, because I've never phase locked it at the end. I've usually just T-boost off the chompy, but after that I was like, no.
Past tense of winging it.
Oh. Yeah.
Now is a great chance to remind everyone that up next, Amps will be doing one of 4 categories for Spectre Knight. It's anyone's game if you'd like to see something other than low percent. Any percent, New Game Plus, and 100%.
If you loved me, you would donate for like another category.
Low percent is some kind of suffering, that's for sure.
I don't know how Apple...
Not that it's...
Alright, you keep going, my bad.
Oh yeah. I mean, Apple is doing that. He is stomaching that right now, and he's about to force me to run that category. Let's talk about Plague Knight, or Tinker Knight. So you already probably knocked him
I
out,
thought
didn't
that
you?
first phase, but second phase is kind of dumb, so we'll see how this goes.
So by bursting in and using the shovel clone, going to be getting as much damage.
Oh,
as you
come on.
can
I was one hit
the
off a 2-cycle.
tanker.
That's alright. Okay. Alright, and we're on to the last night stage. The best one. My favorite one.
Dying machine?
I believe it's called Crying Machine. Trust me, by the end of this I probably will be having an emotional breakdown.
Well, I want to see you trying machine, so please don't die.
That was like a David level of pun. Jeez. I wasn't ready for that. That sounds like a joke David would make.
Resident dad, our boy David.
David is everyone's dad.
Including Diesel's.
So with that,
The dad loop is going to be strong.
was Diesel the original dad?
Anyway, he is. So flying machine, as far as gimmicks goes, you'll be seeing lots more spikes. The World 3 loves World 3 instant spikes, but you're also going to be seeing wind mechanics and the dreaded Jawas. These are hover memes, is what their actual names are, and they like to use fans to blow you around, preferably into spikes or pits.
Sometimes cannonballs, and those cannonballs throw you into spikes or pits. It just kind of depends on what they're
I
feeling.
like to mix it up.
Oh dear God, oh dear God, oh dear God, oh dear God. I'm alive.
Alright, now I get to see what it was that happened. Oh, you got caught by something. Oh, where am I? Oh my god!
I just mashed. That
one was okay. That could have been worse.
That could have been so much worse.
You were definitely getting bullied.
Yeah, I'm gonna... Ugh. Alright. Luckily, like... Oh my god. Can you just die? Thank you.
Oh, I love that guy. The one who follows you in the auto-scroller.
I didn't want to waste mana, so I just kind of left him alone, but then he was just... He didn't stop. Alright. Alright.
Sure you get this check.
I got it, yeah, we're good. So, the first half of Flying Machine it sucks, but it's okay. It's second half that's a little rough. Like after the post-auto scroller. Because there's a really nutty strat you can do in this room, but that's not marathon safe by any means. Oof, alright, good.
Yo, that looks so fly, too.
Oh yeah. You gotta time it though, otherwise you'll go with the momentum and just like straight up just go into spikes.
Ah! Why would you rising dagger?
Oh yeah, I thought that's what you were talking about. Alright, so normally you can just burst like straight into Propeller's boss fight, but actually you want to be at the default location. Oh my god. The game puts you. Because for some reason if you burst in and like, you can actually, I've actually done it before, you can get past Propeller when you come into the boss room. Like you will literally be behind him and he'll still be facing the left. And then he just starts going and then he dives twice to the left and then he figures out, oh wait, shovel's over there. And then he just books it back over. It's weird. But it messes up the fight a lot. Because, like, I don't know what to do. And it's not even consistent to like, burst over that far.
Yeah, Propeller can be defeated very quickly if you just go with the traditional strats. Like, even the low percent Shovel Knight fight would have done it faster than whatever that sounds like it was going to throw you into.
Oh no, I'm just bad at the fight. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna hit you with honesty here. I am bad at the fight. But one thing that sucks about it is, like, because it's what makes the fight harder about it doing the default one is that since you have double jump, you can't actually just mash it. You have to actually like think about each one of the jumps you go for. So that makes it a little harder. Okay, so that's a thing you can do in Custom Knight is Shield Knight. So you have to touch Shield Knight's hitbox to end the dream, but Shield Knight's hitbox doesn't actually start until she gets on screen. So
oh, it happened.
Yeah. So what you can end up doing is going too high and actually going over Shield Knight, which is really dumb, but I mean it happens. Alright, and we're done with the night stages, so we're gonna be moving on to the 3 tower stages. So this basically just takes everything you've learned throughout the game and just kind of throws it all at you, and it's like, you got this. So this stage has a lot of spikes and a lot of things that crush you. I mean, it's okay. Depends on how nice the tower wants to get you. Okay. Alright, so this is the crusher section. Shovel any percent would like just kind of mash dagger through. But if I do this right, I can just like infinite dagger one shot through it. What? Okay. I mean, I guess I could just start crusher over. It's whatever.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was kind of dumb. It's okay. Signature Moo screaming. Come on.
I'm not even doing Plague Knight yet.
Oh boy, if you guys are gonna be here for the next like 3 hours, I think that's how long we're gonna be chilling for. Yeah, you better get used to screaming. That was weird. Alright, so you can normally go bottom route where you can take damage and then use iframes to get down there. I'm very bad at this game. I mean, that's like 10 seconds tops, but still that was a really dumb way to die, and I've done that before, like on PB. Like my PB run, I'm pretty sure I died there actually. So I can't say much.
Could have been worse.
Oh, it could have been so much worse, don't get me wrong. I've also died in the room before the checkpoint trying to go over the pit with iframes. Alright, so this is Black Knight. This is Black Knight 2 or 3, depending on how you want to think about it. I mean, would you consider this Black Knight 2 or 3? I say 3, because...
It's technically 3. 2 is the wandering encounter.
Alright, so you can do a stun lock on this one too, but it's really dumb. Yep, I missed it. Well, I got 4 hearts. That's actually not bad.
Yeah, if you haven't done this before, stun locking Black Knight 3 is really irritating because you have to, you get a smaller and smaller window to do the lock per Black Knight fight.
Yeah, so I pulled out the Shadow Knight because one of the hardest things about doing the stun lock in normal 90% is that when you hit Black Knight, you actually get a pushback from knocking him. So it can make approaching him and timing it even harder. So the Shadow Knight doesn't have to deal with that, since it's technically not like a solid object. You can just kind of go through Black Knight. So that makes the stun lock easier, which is why we use it, but it's still not like super easy. That doesn't make it free. Alright, and this is Tower 2. So we're just going to be going through some small spike rooms, then into an auto-scroller, and then we're going to start boss rush.
Not to mention the best room in the game.
The Mario Maker room?
Yeah!
Okay. Let's count how many hits I take in this room. Believe it or not, I only took 1 hit actually, which is pretty good. Because I don't think... I mean, there's probably a way to go through that room damage list, but it probably doesn't save any time.
Definitely the way I was thinking of would not have been as fast as that.
Okay, there we go.
Because it would have been the regular way Shovel Knight gets through. And that's the other neat thing about watching this, is that you're doing all these things that are kind of like super terrifying, and I'm like, oh, but you would totally do it like this. Oh, but I don't have these weapons normally.
Yeah, so, like, that entire section where you have to go with the statue, that's really dumb, so you don't have to do it, because you can just kind of infinite dagger over. The skip's really hard, but it saves, like, probably 30 seconds, at least.
It's crazy, because normally when Plague Knight goes to that section, he's not intended to use the boat. Neither does Amps just now. But in Plague Knight's version of the stage, there are platforms there that you're intended to be able to jump on. Whereas the game is kind of like, literally, oh, you're Shovel Knight, you should use the stupid Bifrost shit.
Good job. Yeah.
But it's
oh,
slow.
whoa. Okay. Oh yeah. So all the blocks in this auto-scroller spawn, like when they show up on screen, so you can kind of do some really stupid things by like getting on top of the screen, and then you can just kind of clip into blocks as they load in. It's really dumb, but it's funny. So that like big black block that takes 2 hits to take out, I just kind of went through it. Alright, so like I said, Flare to 1 technically has the highest DPS out of any weapon, but the fact that you can only throw 8 before you completely run out of mana doesn't make it the best thing to use in Boss Rush, because Boss Rush isn't something where you're trying to kill the boss and then leave. It's more of a jog than a sprint. No, isn't it like... I don't know that saying. I'm really dumb.
You gotta pace yourself, is what you're trying to say. You don't just get to throw all your mana at everyone. Specifically because, think about your bang for your buck. Flare Wand and Flareio Rod are both literally point for point 4 mana for one hit. Same thing as your shovel. Other weapons are way more effective at dealing multiple bits of damage per use. And that's why you have the Chaos Orbs out, I'm sure.
Yeah. Plus, back when I ran Blue Man, I used Orb, so I still kind of remember some of the kills. Some.
My guy.
I deleted the run since, but because it technically wasn't valid. But...
Oh, did you have a VSync setting?
No, I technically paused the run.
Oh, dang, the shameful cheating.
Yeah, Maestro didn't say anything about it though. He just kind of let me have it, and I was like, oh, sick.
For now.
It was like a 112. I was really bad at the game.
So yeah, Boss Rush, you'll get a mana refill of 30 magic every other boss kill, so long as you remember to open the dinner plates. If you don't, you won't get that back.
Yeah, so if you don't open the dinner plate before the next boss spawns, it just kind of throws out the next one and just completely forgets about the fact that you had one before that. So like right there, I just had like 2 chickens out like right in a row, which looks really dumb, but... Oh, where was it? There, that's where it was.
Yo, that was a nice save. I was like, why are you pausing the game? Oh, right, that's totally way more important than anything else you can do.
Yeah, no, I'd rather do that than try to spend the... Because, I mean, if you don't get Tinker right away, then... Ugh. If you don't get Tinker 1 right away, the fight gets really hairy real quick. Man, okay. So you can't just use Flare to Wand to go ham on Spectres, because you actually kind of have to actually think about this kill. This kill's really dumb.
Spectre likes to immediately move as soon as you hit her at any point. So you want to make sure that you're actually locking Spectre into the corner with timed hits, or if you have something that hits really fast, like Plague Knight's Staff of Striking, then you could actually sit there and spam it.
There we go. That took a while, but... Okay, Plague Knight, she's really dumb because most of her fight is pretty random. I don't know if it's RNG per se, but...
I mean, the best way I can put it is that Plague Knight has a jump pattern of 2 short hops and 1 large hop. However, which hop Plague Knight starts with is random, so it's either the large hop or the first hop or the second hop, so the pattern's going to be something you have to adjust to. And then after it starts, it's all based on where Shovel Knight is.
Please, alright. Alright, and that's Boss Rush. I don't think I actually put incentive to save or kill the knights, so I don't know.
That means we're gonna leave them.
RIP. I mean, usually if you don't have any mana at the end, you save the first one, because you have to burst out of the room, but I had enough, so I just Infinite Dagger. Alright, and we're gonna be entering Tower 3. We're gonna be fighting the last 2 bosses.
There is the incentive to save you, though, from the suffering of low percent.
It's like one of those commercials. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with having to run low percent, call this number now.
I'll actually be right back while you go ahead and get to the end there.
Alright. Sounds good. Alright. So there's these really annoying block rooms you normally have to go through a shovel, and like propeller dagger through, but those are done, so we just kind of hover above and then just fin dagger through them. And you can see how fast all those blocks are going, because they're normally supposed to spawn when you show up on them. And then normally you would just propeller dagger through again, but I kind of want to grab this checkpoint because Enchantress is dumb, so... And then I will switch over. Ooh, that was a really nice Enchantress, actually. So, Rising Dagger. Alright, and time is coming up. It is the final hit to the Remnant of Fate, and I will also call it. Alright, so we're gonna try and burst to catch Shield Knight. Ugh. Ugh, that was a really bad catch. I went too early for it. Alright.
I am here.
Time. That's time. Okay.
Pretty good job on the end there.
Yeah, that was actually a perfect Remnant of Fate. So what you can do there is burst up real quick, throw out the Flare to 1, which does 3 hits, and then you get hit with one more Shovel Swing, which does 2, does 2 full hearts at the end. So you can just jump up with 5 of those, and as long as you dodge her orbs, you're able to just get a real quick kill. So yeah, that was Shovel of Hope, custom night 80%. It's a stupid fast category and it's really fun. We don't have many runners actually. I think we're at 7 total. So if anyone's ever interested in this, I mean, the community is pretty generous about, because I have a capture card and everything to record my Switch, but you don't really need that, honestly. If you just want to get a run in, just point a camera at your TV and go for it. Oh,
yeah, as far as
sorry, you can go ahead.
as far as custom night goes, yeah, there aren't a lot of people running the game, but the Shovel Knight community in general does have a lot of runners who are more than willing to share information on how to play a number of characters. So
Yeah,
let's find out what you're doing then, because I have a feeling you're going to be suffering.
Oh, probably. Oh, I guess Rip Timer. I can't see stream, so... it's not really that big of a deal. This run was pretty mediocre. I don't mind. Oh, let's see what's going on. I don't really need to see the time. I don't really care. I already know it in PV. I had to redo all of, the first half of Clockwork.
It wasn't a bad run, that's for sure. A normal Shovel Knight run is about 40. Well, a run done by someone really good.
It's like 45
minutes. Yeah. And just to show how much faster this is. Oh, 41? Yeah.
Yeah, 41. Okay, I'll take it. My PB... Actually, 41, really? Ugh. My PB is like a 39:30 run. Because, this game is more of... this category is more of... It's super chill. I don't take it super seriously like I do Spectre Torment. It's more of just for fun. Just to,
And we're gonna see basically the same mentality when I get to play Shadows. It's my laid-back run when I'm not doing Spectre.
Alright, thank you very much. We're going to be moving on to the next run, which the Big War 4 has just ended. Looks like you will be playing low percent amps on Spectre Torment.
Okay.
I hope you enjoy that category. It sounds like you might not.
Is it cool if I get 2 or 3 minutes real quick to just make sure I have Spectre on my hands real quick?
Yeah, no, that's totally fine.
Alright,
Go
cool.
right ahead.
I thought you were gonna ask for time to like make a will.
I'll write on my will. My Shovel Knight amiibo goes to Moo Moo.
Oh, sick! I'll glue the two that I'll glue it to the one I already have and make them even more powerful.
All
Yeah.
right.